and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a speed build, and on the agenda for today we are doing a tiny modern home that is going to be on top of a hill. So this is my first time actually working with landscaping, including like using hills and such. So I would say it turned out alright considering, but I definitely would like to work on it some more. Here you see me working on the layout or the floor plan of the house, and so far the overall plan I have for the house is for it to be a 1 bedroom, 1 bath with a laundry room. So where I'm adding the door right now is the entrance to where the living room is going to be, and then the kitchen is going to be at the back of the same box. And then the small, I think it's a 2 by 2 room, that one is going to be the bathroom, and the last box ends up being the bedroom, but I divide it so that there's room for a laundry room. Here's me trying to decide what type of windows I want to try to go with the theme of it being a modern house. And for some reason I decided to add pillars. I've recently, because I wanted there to be like a little patio like over the top of the entryway, so if it were to rain they would have some cover. And now I'm adding windows to where the kitchen area is going to be, and I didn't want the big floor to ceiling windows here just because I know the counters would intersect with it, and I just don't like it when it does that. So I added some shorter windows that wouldn't interfere with the counter space or with the counter line. So I made the bathroom smaller so that I'm able to add a little nook where it's going to move from where it's put like right now, but that is where the little desk is going to be fitted in, so that there will be a little study inside the bedroom. I almost said bathroom. Imagine if there was a study in the bathroom. Now I'm trying to find windows for the bathroom. So it's high walls, so I don't want something that goes too far down, but at the same time I don't want like a sim to be showering and they're like exposed to the outside world. So I opted for like a thin top window that ends up changing later on, but you'll see it then. And I wanted to add a little plot, a fence area where I could put some plants in there, so it has some cool future landscaping. Overall, I really like this build. It's a little small, like I don't think it would be something I personally play just because I don't typically like to play smaller homes, but I know that's like the big thing these days. So I was like, okay, I'll make one just for the fun of it. Here you see me, that room that I just made right there, that's where the living room is going to be. And looking back, I feel like I made it a little big because honestly, all you need for a laundry room to work is just the stacked washing machine and dryer with the like hamper basket. And that's like all you need. So here you see me working on the bathroom. I use the tiny living things, and then I use the university student shower there because you can walk through it since it's a small bathroom. If I didn't have the university pack, I probably would have I definitely would have made the laundry room smaller so I could expand the bathroom so there'd be room for a stand-in shower. So I put also a thermostat because I have in seasons, and I feel like this would be a fun house to play in the seasons, especially during the winter time since it's like kind of modern theme, so it's going to be like white, grays, and blacks. So I feel like that'd be really cool. And I added the TV. It was hard for me to find a couch that would suit the look because I wanted a 3-person couch, because for small homes, seating is like everything. There's not a lot of room for there to be a lot of seating, so I feel like a 3-person couch is perfect for that. So it's perfect for guests if you have them come over at your Sims house, because there's extra seating there. I added a cute little light for decoration. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I just sneezed in the mic. I tried to stop it before it happened. Oh, I struggled to put that speaker on the coffee table. I even did the BB.object move objects to try to like move it, and like, because if you hit 9 and 0, you're able to like change the level what it's on, and it didn't work, so I had to opt for another speaker, which is fine, but I like the way the other one looked better because it was white and black. And then now I'm adding plants here, and it ends up looking pretty cool. And I wanted to add some curtains, but the thing is, these curtains didn't match the shape, so I had to end up using the like little cheat with the BB objects thing to try to get them to fit, and they end up overlapping a lot, but I don't think it's like that noticeable. I struggle with this one because it pops through the wall, like the top of the rod pops through the wall, and then I decided not to add a curtain next to the door because they would overlap it, and that did not look good, I knew for a fact. I wanted to add some artwork at the top of the walls because these are high walls, and I feel like it looks very, very bland if you don't. So there we go. Got some cool artwork featured on there. I ended up using, I think that's like a bathroom tile I used for the main room, but I thought it looked really nice and sleek. It's from the City Living pack, so there's that. And I added some white counters because that's like the simplest counter that you can add, especially since this is modern themed. I only had, I think, 3 choices that would look nice with this theme. It would be white counters, gray counters, or black counters. I opted for the white counters just because of the other colors I had in the living room. I added a dining set here, and I struggled to find a chair that would look nice, so I just put the table that I wanted. I used the high table from Tiny Living, and it annoys me how it's not just in the regular table section. And I tried to put the chair that goes with it there, but it didn't have the color scheme that I wanted. So I ended up using the one from the gift pack. I don't know what pack that's from, those chairs, but I know I randomly just got them for free one time. I think it was just a free pack that they gave or update for their anniversary or something. So I put a little carpet there to like kind of add a little bit of color, because I'm not too big on just having it bland. And then I added a coffee table here. I was surprised you would be able to see that carpet there, because like it looked plain white when I was looking at it in the like little gallery that you have to choose your options from. It looked plain white, and I thought it wouldn't show much from the linoleum floor. I don't know if they're linoleum. I'm calling them linoleum, but I don't remember what they're called. So. And then I was trying to look for a wallpaper, and then I opted for this blue wallpaper with a crown on it. Yeah, that one. I thought that one looked really nice and sleek. It wasn't too bright of a color, so it was still keeping the modern vibe going. And I ended up extending the same floor print into the other rooms for the laundry room and the bedroom. And I believe I put it in the bathroom as well. So there you have it, the little nook is made. I ended up putting a dresser that opted also as a nightstand because there wasn't going to be any room for a big dresser here, and I would either have had to choose a nightstand or a dresser, and I ended up choosing one that does both. I ended up putting these cute little like fairy lights. I know these are supposed to be for the outside, but I always like to put them on the inside because I think that's it's trendy in real life to have like cute little fairy lights. And they don't have LED lights, so it's not like I could do that for like a teen room or anything like that, but I thought it looked really cute. I added a mirror, and then I am trying to find paintings to cover the top half of that wall because once again it's high walls, and so I don't want it to be like all bland. I wanted to try to expand my knowledge of having like desk lamps, but I ended up using the same one that I always use because the other ones were too big. But I ended up putting a fishbowl to try to like spice it up, I guess, and add personality to it. It was a little bigger than I thought it would be, but I was like, okay, whatever, just put it, something I never use. And then I did the typical thing that I usually do for the laundry room. I put that little bench table thing with the shelf above it, and then I put those cute little bowl things on the wall, and I put the little hanging dried plants above the door. I tried to find a carpet that fit, but I gave up quite easily, so I'm done. Okay, and then I put a white tile. Okay, no, so I did use the same floor thing. Okay, so I did use the same floor thing for the bathroom. That's good. Here's me adding some more decorations to the bathroom, which looks really cute. I really like the little shelf above the toilet thing that I put, but I just wish it just came in plain white, but it doesn't, so I just kind of put it there. It looks a little off, but I'm fine with it. I ended up adding some more windows here underneath those little like half windows because I felt like once again the wall was really tall and it left a lot of blank space, so I wanted to change that. So to For the exterior, I ended up going for like this worn out brick, gray brick, which I thought looked really nice in general. And I tried here to do the roof thing for it to extend out to the tops of the pillars, but I couldn't manage to do it with it. And I think the only way I would have been able to do it if I put a roof. So I just removed them and put some fences on the top of the roof because I couldn't put this trim. It wouldn't let me put the trim on, and I was like, why not? Because in my another build I did, I put a roof and I was able to put a trim around the building part of it and the roof. So here's I'm putting the fence, but then it gave me that said I was above 100 tiles because it counted it as a floor space on the roof. And I was like, well, I don't even have a stairway up there. How am my Sims going to use that as floor space? So I ended up doing the trick where you put a section and then you move it back. Here's me trying to figure out what I want to do for the landscaping, because that's the part that really like changed this whole vision for the thing. Because originally I was going to do a cute patio that was underneath the little pillars because the roof would have been extended, but that didn't work, so I ended up having to change it. So this is where the hill came in, and my brilliant idea was like, okay, I'll make a hill. And I was trying to make the things work, as you could see here, and I brought the house up and I brought the ground up, but then it would like do a divot, and I wanted the Sim to be able to walk through the ground, like to the ground level to the house. So there wouldn't be steps, it would be even. So I managed to use the third option that you see here to even out the floor. And so I used the first option to bring it up, and then I used the third option to even it out so it would be flat. And you'll see this in a second. See, you see that little like bright neon yellow thing? That means it's flat, so that means the Sim will easily be able to walk through it, no problem. I ended up putting that like around the house so it looked more on a hill, and on the left side here I added an extension so that I could have the patio that I wanted. So I was really happy that I was able to like figure that out, because I was like this close like to giving up, very, very close. I just realized you couldn't see my hands, but I did like a really small gesture. So here's me adding the fencing for the patio, and then I decided that I wanted to add some pavement, but then look what happens, it brought the ground up, so I ended up having to paint it on top, which I used to do a lot, but then I got like my favorite YouTuber, Little Simsy, actually started putting the tiles down, and I thought that looked better, so I started doing that, but here I couldn't do that, so I ended up just painting it. Plus there's not as many options as what the normal tile things give. So, and I put some seating that later on changes. Yeah, I changed it to a concrete bench. And then this little coffee table is a little fire pit. I wish they still had the same fire pits that they did in they had in like Sims 3, because I've always liked to like put that as a feature. I didn't realize they didn't have a fire pit, to be honest, until today when I was trying to place it and I couldn't find it, and I found this coffee table that had kind of a fire pit on it. So I'm adding plants right here to fill up the space because it was looking a little empty on that side, and I didn't really know what to put, so I ended up just putting plants. And then there's the little plants inside there, and I tried to put these square bushes, as you see, and they just look wrong. I was trying to use them and they just looked wrong, so I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. I had cute little rocks there and some flowers in front of the fence, and then some other flowers to try to disrupt the like same level, but it ended up just looking very planned out, so I was like, okay. Adding some dirt underneath so it looks like it's a little box, and then adding a tree because trees save lives. And here we are putting a pond, or not a pond, yeah, a little fountain is what I meant to say. I wanted to do like a different, I wanted to make it look like it was gradually going one level down because I thought that would look cool. I don't think I did it that well, but there's always room for improvement next time I want to execute a plan like this. I feel like this was pretty good for my first time, considering. And then I added the fencing around. I opted against it because it looked very odd. And then I put a mailbox, and I decided I wanted it there, and the trash cans placed there. And overall, that's the end. So here's the video slowed down a bit. It's still in like 2x speed, but this is what it looks like finished. The exterior, this is what it looks like down, like inside with the walls down. And then I ended up putting the walls partially up because I know some people like to play in that gameplay. I like to personally play it with the walls all down. But yeah, so there's what it looks like. There's the end. It's an afternoon, evening, and then at nighttime, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. So I end up uploading this into my gallery. You could find it at the Little Dove 22, and I titled it "The Tiny Modern Home on a Hill." It wouldn't like me put the two L's, so I ended up just putting one hill or one L. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.